we're here today with Harry from Oracle and Caroline from Deloitte to discuss the topic of LGBT allyship in the context of it being LGBT History Month. Guys, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, good morning. Great to be here. So I'm Caroline from Deloitte, and I look after the alliance that Deloitte have with Oracle for the UK. So essentially look after that relationship.
And she does a fantastic job, Kevin. So thank you for having me, and it's great to be here, Caroline. So Harry Wordsworth, Chief Customer Officer for UK and Ireland and our applications business for Oracle. So yeah, really keen to hear about allyship because it's been quite integral to my personal journey and also what we're doing as a business. So yeah, I can kick off if you like. The first question, yeah. So how would you describe what an ally is, Caroline?
So I think for me it's quite simple. It's about being somebody that feels strongly about advocating and supporting communities that you may or may not be part of. So for me it's almost as simple as that. And I appreciate it's actually a lot more complex than that, but it's about support and advocacy. And as you said, allyship is, I believe, an important part of promoting diversity and inclusion. And at Deloitte, allyship is a big part of the conversation.
And how have you been an ally at work?
So I think for me, I'm still on my journey in terms of being an ally, so I still have a lot to learn, and I accept that. I think for me, the first piece is around first acknowledging my privilege and owning that and understanding that and thinking about how I can use my privilege to support other communities. So I think that's, for me, the first step. And also just acknowledging that social injustice and inequality exists and talking about that and not ignoring it or sweeping it under the carpet. And then for me, certainly in the last few years, it's been very much about education, and you touched on this, Harry, taking the time, putting in the effort to learn, to understand, to ask questions, be curious, listen to podcasts, watch documentaries, read, attend webinars, really take time to learn and understand, but without putting a burden on those communities that you're trying to understand more about. So taking the time yourself to do that. And then I think it's about moving from maybe some of those more passive activities into maybe being a bit more active in terms of how you can be an ally. So there's some perhaps small things you can do around being clear on your pronouns, sharing those, trying to use other people's pronouns and really taking care over that, and understanding how people say their name and really taking care over that. Trying to use inclusive language. I think I've probably made mistakes in the past and I probably will continue to make mistakes, but my intention is there to try and be inclusive and use inclusive language. And I think for me, in terms of then taking it to the next step, it's about being a visible ally. So days like today, talking about allyship and encouraging others to be allies as well, actually. And then finally, I think it's about, for me anyway, it's about looking for opportunities in our day-to-day to be allies. So for me, the alliance with Oracle, I spend my day finding ways to interact with Oracle and develop that relationship. So I'm thrilled that we're here today talking about diversity and inclusion and allyship in terms of what our two organisations are doing, what we can learn from each other, what we can share with others. I know there's still a long way to go, but let's talk about it, have this discussion today. I'm just thrilled that we're here having this conversation. So for me, that's what allyship is all about.